my supers together and create any type of super art that I want, a custom super art. It will be a time infinite super. Like, okay, as long as I catch the first hit of the super, the character isn't able to block. Sort of like on Alpha 3, how you're able to they break all the rules and allow you to do all of the supers behind each other back to back, or all the specials behind each other back to back. And it will ultimately be something similar to that, where there are no rules. You can do like 5 or 6 dragon punches behind each other, and you instantly go into the other one, and you get all the hits from, let's say you just wanted to do 12 dragon punches right behind each other, back to back to back, as fast as your hand can do it.
Yeah, but
all the hits for that.
But they would have to really, that would lead to a lot of cheesiness, I'll tell you that right now. Especially.
It would be an ultimate super. It's not going to be a super that's just ultimately easily attainable. It will be something that it will only be able to be done at, it would be basically almost like a finishing off super.
Okay, I see.
Not like a super that you can use during the game to actually win the match. Like if you lost 90% of the match and you only have 1 hit left, and you want to try to come back and win this match, and the other opponent has 90% of his power, and you pull out an ultimate super, then no, you're not going to get the opportunity to pull out that ultimate super. You're going to have, it's going to be, your opponent has a hairline of power, you hit him, and you start the ultimate super, you may be awarded the ultimate super.
Right, it's kind of like thinking from Killer Instinct, when you die and come back, where you're in the red, and you do the cut the combo breaker, and get unlimited combo breaker, and we throw.
Well, I don't want my opponent standing up waiting for me to do a finishing move. That's not what we're getting at.
I'm trying to say, yeah, Killer Instinct.
We discussed that in the Street Fighter Devotion, and I ultimately had like the same opinion that they had. It was like, I don't think there should be a certain time to execute the move, but if the opponent has a little bit of power left,
right, like in Killer Instinct,
a bit of power.
Right, like in Killer Instinct, when your power bar turns red, that's when you can start doing. When you break a combo with that, you get unlimited fireballs, but you can throw 3 fireballs at one time. When you throw 1 fire beam, it throws 3 of them instead of 2, like with Orchid. She throws 3 of those Van Damme meats. That's what I'm trying to say, when it's in the red. Not when you sitting there going like finish him or anything like that.
I don't think it should be like, okay, when my character's in the red. I think it should be like, okay, I have a hairline of power. You know what hairline depths look like.
Right.
Only if it's a hairline depth situation should a character be allowed to pull out an ultimate super. I don't want the game to become monotonous where every single match somebody pulls out an ultimate super. No, that's not what I want. And I want the initiation of the ultimate super to be difficult enough where the average person that's not very proficient in Street Fighter can't pull off an ultimate super. I think the game becomes too cheesy if characters are playing the game just to get to the supers. In my opinion, I don't want people to let's get through the match so we can get to the ultimate super, which is kind of what happened in Mortal Kombat. I mean, the fatalities were so there was such a hype around them, so opponents actually didn't really appreciate the match. They were just concerned about the fatalities. So I don't know. I don't want it to become very cliche and somewhat like Mortal Kombat. So I don't even know. I kind of don't know if I want to just scratch the whole idea altogether.
Well, it's still gonna be kind of like alpha counters, somewhat. That's what it sounds like, an alpha counter, but it's super move instead.
I moved to initiate the alpha counter, yeah. But in my opinion, there will have to be 3 scenarios going on. For one, you would have to have kicked your opponent's ass. 2, you have to know how to initiate the ultimate super. 3, you would need to do it with a hairline fraction of power, and also you would need to you have to be at a certain skill level, in my opinion, because it's not going to be something that you would just be able to just pull off.
And you know what I mean? Change instead of saying ultimate, since Mortal Kombat already coined that, you can call it a Master Super or a Tai Chi Super or something other than that, something that fits mainly into Street Fighter. But I guess
I don't want no commentator talking about, oh, you did a super or alpha counter. I don't want no cheesy commentator talking over the fights, period.
So they're gonna be cheesy. No matter what game you play, you know we got cheesy everywhere. Left and right. Let's move on to number 9.
Number 9, personality intensive fighters. This is meaning characters that have lots of personality.
You mean characters that talk? So how Ryu and Ken, when they see each other at the beginning, how Ken used to grab Ryu and put his knuckles in his hand and give him a noogie before the match.
Yeah, pre-fight animation, that would be good.
Like like when Sagat fights Chun-Li actually talks and would actually put stuff like kind of like the SNK games when they meet characters that are either friends or really bad enemies, something like that, correct?
I don't want to be cliche. Don't copy SNK just for the sake of copying SNK.
Right. No, I understand that.
I mean, do something original, unique, and tasteful, in my opinion. Don't copy. Imitation is
Well, how you mean? How you gotta have more personality then? What do you mean by that?
more personality. The way Chun-Li is in Street Fighter 2. That's personality intensity.
Like what? Give me an example. I don't mean when she jumps in the air and talks, ha, get back.
Taunts. The way she talks, the way she fights.
Oh, you mean
After she wins the win pose.
Oh, you mean y'all should say then?
It's not necessarily. It's kind of hard to explain though. I mean, Yamazaki is a personality intensive fighter, even though he's not necessarily talking before every round. He has a certain level of personality to him. You know what I mean? So that's just how I see it. I mean, you don't have to copy in order to make a good personality intensive fighter.
Well, I wasn't saying.
You know what I mean? Ryu has a certain personality to him. I don't think you should be altered or screwed with
Well, okay, well, but I wasn't saying still.
Deadly is a warrior. That's Ryu. Period. You don't need. I mean, there's nothing more. I wouldn't want him talking before every round because that's not the way Ryu does things. So that's because he's got a personality. He's a personality intensive fighter. Like some characters just don't have a personality, in my opinion. I mean, Necro, whatever that shape-shifting thing is on Third Strike. Talk about a mistake there. But
12.
But number 10. The ending to the game. We need to have resolution to the Ryu and Ken saga, resolution to the Ryu and Sagat saga, a resolution to Ryu and Akuma saga, a resolution to the significant fights or significant dramas that have been ongoing in Street Fighter for the past few years. I don't know if you guys are gonna do a Street Fighter 5, but in another 8 years, I probably won't want to play video games or won't even be willing to play video games. So, in my opinion, this probably will be the last Street Fighter game, the last actual sequel to a Street Fighter game that's actually gonna come out in my lifetime or possibly, I don't know, I might be alive in another 8 years, I don't know. But the thing about it is, I would like for you to actually end the Street Fighter legacy with this game. In my opinion, I don't think the game is gonna have that type of longevity to last another 8 years. In my opinion, the game needs to bring the story to a head. In my opinion,
well, they should bring some of the story to an end, and that's what I was trying to get back to you on number 4. Some bosses don't have to be original bosses. I would like to see Sean grow up and take Ken's place and defeat Ken. Ken should then remove from this game on. This should be a conclusion of the Street Fighter series. This should put an ending to Chun-Li finding out where her father is at. We should know why Cammy was tucked under in Bison and what really happened to her. Did she get amnesia? Did he try to kill her or what? I want to know if Fei Long, his ending already came. He won. He got his money for his dojo. Now he should come back for something else. Now, we also got E Honda. What was in the game for? He was in the game to show that sumo wrestlers were the best wrestlers in the world, along with Zangief. He was also a good wrestler too. But E Honda also had another agenda with Chun-Li, which I didn't understand the connection of him.